Hey baddies, welcome back to the Baddest You podcast, where every listen takes you to the baddest version of yourself. I am your queen, baddie mindset coach, Ambria Harty, help you to reach the baddest version of yourself. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to be the diamond of the season. Make sure you guys check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Ambria Harty. Follow the Baddest You on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. And let's get into this week's episode. So the diamond of the season. If you know the show Bridgerton, my favorite show at the moment, you know that the diamond of the season is the it girl of the season. She is the most eligible maiden who every man wants to be with. Now, this isn't, of course, just because of her beauty or her ability to produce children, but it's way more than that. It is her wit, it is her charm, it is her mindset. And today, I'm going to teach you how you can be the diamond of the ball, the diamond of the season in your own life. There are many characteristics that the diamond of the season might have, and these characteristics being the ability to prioritize herself and her values, like Daphne Bridgerton, the independence and self-empowerment of Lady Danbury, the boundaries and detachment of Miss Penelope Featherington, and the ability to stand your ground and choose yourself, like our Queen Charlotte herself shows us. Of course, one of my favorite parts of watching the show Bridgerton is the strength of these women, the charm, the wit, the classiness, the femininity, and their overwhelming ability to overcome any obstacle they might face, whether it be in marital relations, in relations with society, familial relations, and so on. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Daphne Bridgerton, she is the diamond of the ball, the diamond of the season, and season 1 of Bridgerton.
Flawless, my dear.
She's the excellent example of the embodiment of one's worth and value. She prioritizes herself and her values in the midst of her many options in her courtship. She also faces obstacles, but never steers away from the true desires of her heart. And if you've watched the show, she had many options indeed, the Duke or the Prince. So many people were pushing her to this direction. Be with the Prince, be with the Prince. It's the smarter decision, right? The Prince wants more. The Prince can give you so much. But she knew in her heart who she truly desired, and that was the Duke. But that's not all. In the season, you see that her and her husband face many challenges as they both have opposing views on marriage and children. But Daphne did not give up her needs to try to please her husband, nor did she give up her voice to allow her brothers to make decisions for her in her love life. She stood strong as a woman and understood her worth and prioritized herself. To be the diamond of the season in your own life, baddies, you have to see yourself as more than worthy of choosing the life that you deserve, of seeing yourself as most important in the midst of others' opinions, in the midst of adversity, and you have to see yourself as the one to impress. Femininity is such a superpower and strength, and we see this when Daphne continues to prioritize her well-being, continues to put her needs first. Not that she doesn't care about other people, not that she doesn't care about what other people say or think or what her family says, but she understands that it is her life and that she deserves to live a life that is fulfilling to her and what that looks like. And if that is a life with children, if that's a life with a husband, or if that's simply a life of her and her desires, she prioritized that. So baddies, if you want to find yourself being the diamond of the season in your own life, prioritize your wants and your needs. Prioritize your well-being and your word. Prioritize yourself, your feelings, your experience, all of the above, because you absolutely deserve to do so. This is your life, and you owe it to yourself to continue to put that first. But not only is it Daphne that continues to spark my interest today, Lady Danbury, Lady Agatha Danbury, if I may, continues to show us time and time again that you can create whatever it is that you want in your life.
You can speak. I understood you well enough, and I will help you to overcome this stammer of yours. But in exchange, you must promise me that when you step into the light, you will be worthy of the attention attention you command.
She was a woman, and a Black woman at that, in the society that prioritized men's needs. Forced into a marriage very young with an older gentleman who did not see her interests at best. And when she finally had the opportunity to create the life that she wanted, she put that first. She was the true embodiment of self-empowerment and independence, the true energy that the diamond of the season holds. She's not waiting for someone to choose her. She's not waiting to live the life that she wants. She understands whatever it is that she desires, she can have, and she goes after that with confidence and courage, not needing permission from anyone else to let her do so. So what we learned from Lady Danbury is that you absolutely have all of the strength, all of the power, and the total ability to create a life that you absolutely deserve, that you cannot be held back by anything but yourself, no matter the adversity one might face. She, in Seasons with Queen Charlotte, implored Her Majesty, if I may, to make space for the people of the time that were Black to be liberated and to be equal as the other white citizens in that society. She put that first. She desired what she wanted. She created more opportunities for herself. She didn't sit back and wait to be chosen. She stepped up. She believed in herself. And that is why she's Lady Danbury that she is today. Baddies, to be the diamond of the season in your own life, you cannot take no for an answer. You cannot look at things outside of you and decide, I'm limited, I am stuck. You must find opportunities constantly to create the best opportunities for yourself. If no one else believes you, you first believe in yourself, and you absolutely do not wait for somebody to create the life that you want, whether that be in love, whether that be in your finances, in your career, whether that be in your marital or your familial relations, friendships, you name it. You have the ability to create whatever it is that your heart desires, and that is something that Lady Danbury teaches us in Bridgerton. It is so beautiful to see how so many of these women in Bridgerton are such beautiful figures of empowerment and self-control and classiness and femininity. And that leads me to Penelope Featherington, Lady Whistledown, if I may. She is the embodiment of detachment and boundary setting. She also prioritized her own business and continued to allow herself and her needs to come first in her life.
Sharpening my knives for all of you.
How do you think she does it?
Certainly not by herself.
My mistress changed her mind. What my mistress wants, she gets. Princes in this town are 10 a penny. But there's only one Lady Whistledown, and she could just as easily take her business elsewhere. So it's 18, not a penny more, for your services.
When it came to season 3 of Bridgerton, Penelope did not allow herself to be an option in the eyes of Colin Bridgerton. She did not allow herself to be treated with disrespect, yet come crawling back hoping to be chosen. She put her needs first. She put her value first. Even though before she may not have fully seen her value, she understood now what she deserves. She deserves a man who is going to court and take care of her. She deserves a person who will be attentive to her needs, someone who prioritizes her and puts her first. And so when a person shows up for you in a way in life that is not serving you, Penelope teaches us that you do not have to chase, you do not have to beg, bargain, or steal. You can feel your feelings, but you prioritize and put your needs first. You never love somebody more than you love yourself. And you absolutely do not self-abandon or put your needs last for the sake of being chosen for another, even if that was Colin Bridgerton, which is a Viscount's family, which is a high honor in the society of England at the time. But she did not prioritize that. She prioritized what she knew she deserved. So whatever it is you're facing in your life, baddies, remember the diamond of this season, the diamond of the ball, if I may, prioritizes herself. She sees herself as most important. She prioritizes her goals. And anybody who makes you chase, anybody who makes you feel non-worthy, anybody who makes you feel like you are not worth it, you completely take them off a pedestal and prioritize yourself instead. You set that boundary. Anything that's not choosing you, you don't choose it back. You're too busy choosing yourself. You are detached from anything less because you know you deserve the best out of life and you know you will receive it. And that's what Penelope shows us, as she's also building a beautiful business as Lady Whistledown on the side. She didn't put all her eggs in one basket. She created a fulfilling life for herself in many areas. And so that's what you have to do. I always say, baddies, that your top priority should always be building you. And that is exactly what Miss Penelope Featherington showed us. And finally, baddies, what other than Queen Charlotte herself can we learn the art of standing your ground and choosing yourself?
Is it because you do not believe that I could love you? I do. I love you, George. I love you so much that I will do as you wish. If you do not love me, all you have to say is that you do not love me, and I will go. I will go back to Buckingham House, and we can live our separate lives, and I will have this baby alone, and I will make do and fill my days and survive all on my own. I will do that. But first, you have to say that you do not love me. You have to tell me that I am utterly alone in this world.
I am a madman. I am a danger. In my mind, there are different worlds creeping in. The heavens and the earth collide. I do not know where I am.
Do you love me?
You do not wish a life with me for yourself. No one wishes that.
George! I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth. I will tell you where you are. Do you love me?
I love you! From the moment I saw you trying to go over the wall, I have loved you desperately. I cannot breathe when you are not near. I love you, Charlotte. My heart calls your name.
We see it in her younger seasons and when she was at young age, first marrying King George, that she did not take no for an answer. Yes, she was brought into this strange country she did not understand. Yes, she was put in situations she did not understand, but she didn't cower. She didn't follow the status quo. She demanded what she deserved. She demanded a confession of love from the man who loved her. She demanded that she be treated with respect. She demanded that that doctor leave her family alone in certain episodes, if you watched it. She did not ever take no for an answer. She never sat back and waited for life to choose her. She demanded the life that she deserved, and she stood her ground and prioritized that above all else. And we could see it in later seasons as well, that she is not going to stop until she gets what she wants, and she chooses herself because she knows she's most important. Baddies, to be a queen, it is a mindset. It is a choice. You don't put other people on a pedestal in your life, hoping and wishing, can I be chosen? Can this person make me me? Can this person make me the queen? And hopefully they value me. She decided she would be the queen. She decided this is her home. She decided this is her life. And it's exactly what you must do, baddies. You must continue to decide, I am the one to impress. Do not cower, you do not wait, and you definitely do not hope. You decide. You know who you are, and you are confident in that at best. So the ladies of Bridgerton, the diamonds of the seasons, the many and various characters in the show have teaching us so much of what it looks like to be a woman in their power, a woman who knows their worth, a woman who is confident, and a woman who does not back down. And of course, there are so many beautiful attributes otherwise, the loyalty they show to their families and the ones they love, but most importantly to themselves, kind-hearted and given spirits whenever they felt necessary. And of course, to those who deserved it, sometimes to those who didn't, because you have to kill them with kindness. They were smart and intuitive. They were very sensing and aware of their surroundings. So many of the women on the show, if not all, were witty and intelligent, prioritizing themselves and their futures, whatever their goals may be, being a mother, being a writer, being a student of life, whatever. They continued to prioritize that no matter the circumstance. They knew their worth, even though in a society at the time they only told them where their worth was being married and having children. They saw themselves as bigger than that. Even Daphne taking on the role of the Duchess and taking care of the people in her kingdom. Being a mother and a wife is so beautiful. It matters most that you understand your individuality and your role as a woman before giving to anybody else first. And that is what we see time and time again in Bridgerton. Only allowing high value connections. Anyone who did not seem a fit mate was not granted an opportunity to even have a conversation with these lovely ladies of Bridgerton. Having the highest expectations in knowing your worth and your value, and of course high expectations of yourself and the people that you love. Understanding that we cannot fall below grace. We cannot show up in ways that do not really represent our worth and our value. Most importantly, the beauty of Bridgerton was that we got to learn and understand that each individual woman, no matter their path in life, no matter their status, that each and every single one of them have immense value. So baddies, just remember that. You have all of the value, you have all of the worth, and you owe it to yourself to show up for yourself in ways where you are honoring yourself best, in the way you carry yourself, in the way you think, and the careers you choose, the people you choose, the partners you choose. You are the one to impress, you are the one to admire, and you are the diamond of the season, the diamond of the ball, and the diamond of your life. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode of the Baddest You podcast. I am your queen mindset coach, Ambria Harty, help you to reach the baddest version of yourself. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Ambria Harty. Follow the Baddest You on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Make sure you guys check out Bridgerton on Netflix, and I will see you beautiful and amazing diamonds and jewels of baddies on next week's episode of the Baddest You. Bye, baddies. Mwah.